Hey, yo. This is how you actually shake a minnow so you can catch bass and not end up looking like. This has been carrying 90% of my bass fishing. The strength of the hover stroll comes from the subtleties. All we're looking to do is to get this bait to do a left to right rolling movement, not cutting left to right, not going up or down, straight through the water column the same depth while doing that really nice subtle rolling action. First is rod choice. And when it comes to mid-rolling, it's always going to be a spinning rod. But you want a faster tip on your rod. You don't want something that's too bendy. The length of the rod isn't that important. It's something that you can control the rod tip pretty well of. You can use something shorter than 7 foot. I just use a 7'2" rod. And then when it comes to the power of your rod, you can use a light, a medium light, or like a medium even if you're throwing bigger minnows. But generally, medium light is like a perfect middle ground. For the line, I do prefer braid because when we're fishing this, you want very good crisp contact to your jig head. So I have a 12-pound test braid to a 10-pound test fluorocarbon leader. We're gonna cast out our bait, and even before you start shaking this, right, you want to learn the speed at which the plastic that you're using, when you turn your reel handle, they can get it to just a straight line in that water column, not rising, not sinking. And when it comes to the shaking part of the mid stroll, we're not shaking our whole rod tip. It's actually a lot smaller than that. What we're going to do, and the reason why I want to use a spinning rod for this, is that I'm going to hold my rod above my reel. I'm going to put my index finger on the top of my grip here, and then pushing down with my index finger, I'm gonna push this rod butt into the back of my elbow. And that bouncing effect that I'm getting off the back of my elbow is all the shaking you need to get this bait to roll. Then what about the bait? If you watch pros, they use a depth Sakamata shad, which is a really great soft plastic. However, you don't need to go out and buy expensive JDM gear to start mid-strolling. But the one thing you're looking for when you're looking for a bait to mid-stroll with is a flat top and then a curved belly. So you can see it on this fluke. Even the Zoom Super Fluke has a flat top and a curved belly. And then also the winged fluke as well. Flat top, curved belly. That flat top and curved belly really helps to get that nice rolling action out of your bait. Now for the jig heads. Way that we get this rolling action out of our bait is actually by breaking the balance of this soft plastic. We don't want this weight to be middle of the nose of our bait, because I put this bait on a flat surface, it's going to want to topple over to one side because that weight's up there. That light shaking that we're doing is just bringing this jig head back up. It'll want to fall over and then back up and fall over. While the range roller heads are really nice, you can just use a normal jig head as well. But something like the winged fluke, if you're using a normal ball head jig, it's actually going through the top of that bait, bringing that hook as high up in that soft plastic as possible. Mid-roll does take a little practice, so I recommend either in a pool or some kind of clear water where you can just cast a short distance in front of you. Practice your shaking, practice your reel speed. So what are you waiting for? Get out there.